Let's take a few minutes to go over schedules of reinforcement. And hopefully when we're finished, you'll be able to compare and contrast different types of reinforcement schedules. A reinforcement schedule is a tool. The teacher or clinician controls the timing and frequency of reinforcement to get a target behavior. Our schedules can be continuous or intermittent, and schedules can vary from simple ratio and interval schedules to compound schedules that combine one or more simple strategies to change a behavior. We use schedules to attempt to determine how and when a desired behavior is going to happen. We encourage certain behaviors through the use of reinforcers, and we discourage others through the use of punishment, or we might have them rendered extinct by the complete removal of a stimulus altogether. A continuous schedule rewards a behavior every time the behavior is performed. This reinforcement schedule is the fastest way to teach someone a behavior, and it can be very effective in teaching a new behavior. Simple intermittent schedules, sometimes called partial schedules, only reward the behavior after a certain ratio or interval of responses. A fixed schedule is when the number of responses between reinforcements, or the amount of time between those reinforcements, is set and it doesn't change. A variable schedule is when the number of responses or the amount of time between the reinforcements varies or changes. Interval schedules are based on the time between reinforcements. Ratio schedules are based on the number of responses between reinforcements. We can create simple intermittent schedules by combining these, giving us the following 4 types of schedules. In a fixed interval, we reward behavior after a set amount of time. This type of schedule exists in payment systems when someone's paid hourly. No matter how much work the person does in 1 hour, that would be the behavior, they get paid the same amount. That's the reinforcement. With a variable interval schedule, the subject gets reinforcement based on varying and unpredictable amounts of time. For example, people who like to fish experience this type of reinforcement schedule. On average, in the same location, the fisher is likely to get the same number of fish in a given time period, but the fisher doesn't know exactly when those catches will occur. That's the reinforcement. Within that time period that we spend fishing, that's the behavior. With a fixed ratio schedule, a specific number of responses have to occur before the behavior can be rewarded. This might look like a car salesperson. It doesn't matter how long it takes the salesperson to sell the car, the salesperson only gets paid when a car is sold. The most powerful kind of intermittent reinforcement schedule is the variable ratio schedule. This is most often seen in our casinos and with the slot machine. The slot machine might pay out an average win ratio of 5-1, but that doesn't guarantee that every 5th bet, that's the behavior, will actually be rewarded. That's the reinforcement. But we keep trying just to make sure that we have a better chance of winning. These 4 reinforcement schedules offer different response patterns that you can see here. The variable ratio is unpredictable, and it has high yields and steady response rates with little pause after reinforcement. That example was the casino and the slot machine. A fixed ratio schedule is predictable, and it produces a high response rate, and there's a short pause after reinforcement. The example for this was the car sales. Variable interval schedule is unpredictable, and it produces a moderate steady response rate. The example for that was fishing. And fixed interval schedule yields a scallop-shaped response pattern. This reflects a big pause after reinforcement, and the example for that was hourly employment. Each of these schedules has different advantages. In general, ratio schedules get a higher response rate than interval schedules because of their predictability. Variable schedules are less predictable, so they tend to resist extinction and encourage continued behavior.